Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Gotham City. Not my city, but Gotham City. We did Batman Arkham Asylum back in 2018, and it's long been on the cards. To do Arkham City in follow-up. So let me introduce you to my various boy wonders. So we have Robin, otherwise known as T.A. Black.
Wholly unexpected sequel, Batman.
Absolutely. We have spoiler, Turbo.
What? No other kind of like reference you want to bring into it? I'm not Nightwing.
I didn't make any reference there at all. And then we have our very own Batgirl. It's Earthheart.
Riddle me this. What kind of girl do you think I am?
Answers on a back
And on that
postcard. to the same bat address. For the same bat postage fee.
I'm just tickling the bat scrotum.
Of course, you said what kind of girl am I, but yeah.
Never mind that.
I should be asking you that, really.
Don't touch him, man. He'll kill you.
Oh, Iron's asking.
Never mind, it's Two-Face's
How
goons.
long till the boss gets here?
Yes,
He'll
indeed.
be here.
Indeed.
What are they up to?
Riley said he saw the bat. Is he here too?
I know, safe reading,
Arkham
well looks
City.
fit.
Why would he come here? You guys just need to chill the hell out.
It's Batman!
What the hell?
Hey, the
Sorry
bat.
to disappoint you, boys.
So yeah,
It's just
we start off Arkham City as a girl.
We're gonna drown you, cat!
Now, granted, this back in the day when this was released on consoles and whatnot,
I like the app.
they were very cheeky to actually lock this segment out to people who bought the game used.
No, they locked it to only people who bought the game new because it was basically
Now
DLC.
that they're all taken care of.
Which was a bit cheeky. That was Warner Bros. Being cheeky back then.
Loud still. Okay.
It's time to get what I came for.
Oh,
out of
Voluptuous
that
Spy is
safe.
claiming to be the real Batgirl.
I mean, yeah.
Well, duh.
It has been years since I've last played City, so it'd be good to
Crack
see
Well,
this all over
okay,
again.
I'll use the space bar, he says, hitting A on the controller.
Try and get one over on me, will you, Hart?
Yeah, I love it when PC
I
games
don't think
have
so.
PC commands, but you can
Oh.
use controllers.
I
Not an
believe it's a
SD card.
setting in the menu.
No, not an SD card.
How can you fit SD card in that phone? Honestly,
Get
that's
your
so unrealistic.
paws off that.
Called Batman technology.
Wake up, Mr. Wayne. We have much to
I'm
discuss.
surprised that the cat wasn't asked, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
You won't
Wrong
get
person.
away with this. I
That is
already
true.
have.
That was Joker from the original Batman, I
This
believe.
is
I
Vicky
know, I
Vale
know.
reporting
Things are
live from
happening.
Arkham City, the controversial super prison built right here in the heart of Gotham. In a few moments, Bruce
Dude,
Wayne
I have
will be
actually
live
brushed up on
stage
this
to
series
explain his
recently,
sudden interest in
so-
Gotham politics. The
I
infamous
still need to
Playboy
finish Arkham
millionaire has
Knight.
never been one to.
It's always sat there on the side going, I must play this, and it's just, I've never got time to actually finish it.
Well, granted, I've only played City myself. I think I said this during the what was it? Asylum playthrough that we did on LMC a while back.
Rocksteady Studios production.
One is untouchable.
Thank you!
So where's the
Thank
Bebop
you,
Text on a
Studios?
white background.
Imprisoned behind these walls, gang leaders are fighting a bloody war in the middle of our once great city. Every inmate from Arkham Asylum and Blackgate Prison has been relocated to this facility. How can this be safe for the people of Gotham?
Shut Arkham City down. It's out of control.
shut it down. By the end of tonight, I will be a hero, just like you. Batman.
Today, I'm starting the campaign to close Arkham City and make Gotham safe again.
Oh, the cat's out of the bag.
Priority target. Surround him!
Hands in the air, Wayne.
Wait, I thought
We have
Harvey
Wayne.
or Two-Face was going to be the guy.
We have successfully arrested and assaulted a man for no reason other than making a
I
statement.
should thank you. Capturing
Yeah,
Bruce
against
Wayne
the
is so
facility
much
that we've
easier
now
than
arrested him
Batman.
inside.
Indeed.
And now
He
that
needs to
we have
experience
you,
it firsthand.
Protocol 10 is ready to begin. It will be my legacy, a monument to your failure.
Yeah.
If you try
Yes,
to stop
we have
me,
immersion.
I guarantee
Yeah.
everyone will know your secret.
Oh no, what a terrible shame.
I mean, there's uglier people to be looking at than Strange, but he's still not a looker.
Wait, so are his soldiers the Strange Brigade?
No,
Da 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 da.
Damn it.
they're not nearly interesting enough for that. So you could sit here and listen to the whole of
Yeah, I
the
can't remember
introduction,
that.
but yeah, nah, takes time.
We need to escape.
There's only one way to escape.
What the hell are you doing? Did you think we wouldn't hear you?
Escape
Kind of
ropes.
changed up a little bit.
How dare you fall over off of your chair? Ah, my leg!
Help
Oh,
you.
and one thing that this game does introduce is, yeah, you have to counter during cutscenes.
I was pressing
Welcome to
Y.
Arkham City.
In more than one occasion as well.
Quick time events. How they've evolved from being chased by
Back on the
Boulder in
ground.
Resident Evil 4.
At least the
What are you
quick time
waiting
events in
for,
this are
Wayne?
kind of
Line
related.
A, move!
Lead environment artist Will
Line
Smith.
A, huh? So line B looks like a good position to be.
Oh, and also there's another inmate on your right who should be recognizable.
No one arrested.
His black mask is getting.
Hey, Black Mask, how's it going?
Strange. Put the chair down.
Okay.
Line A. Wait, you're in line A.
You're looking well?
I can't go into line B.
You've been told
Yes,
to go
it's
into line A, Wayne. Move
Yeah,
it.
it's too crowded.
Oh, well, it was worth a go. Oh, Black Mask's being tased.
Hey, wait. I hear penguins put a
Yeah.
price on your head. I'm cashing
This is his
you
own fault.
in.
How nice.
You work for the Penguin?
I did. What's it
You two get out of the way. Wayne, get your ass up here.
Yep. Break his face.
Smash him in the face.
Break it up, ladies.
Break his face. Smash him in the face. Other things involving a face.
Break it up.
Bruce Wayne, you're on my list.
Oh, he's definitely going to into Two-Face's plan then.
And who's this guy?
I think that's supposed to be Deadshot, actually.
Yes,
Spoilers,
it is.
Spoilers, it is. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Wayne.
There are
Lower
there are
your
so many
weapons.
wonderful
Mr.
little
Wayne will not
mods
be any trouble.
in the first
Will
sort of
you,
hour or so to
Mr. Wayne?
later on in the game that I
The cuffs
really
can
enjoy.
stay on. We don't want to make things too easy, do we?
Close the door.
We don't want to make things too easy for Mr. Wayne to, you know, beat everyone up.
Yes, everything. Well, it's really loud for me. I don't always love people.
I mean, I don't have the sound noise.
I
Guy was
muted.
reporting on your crummy press conference, and now here we both are. I guess that'll teach you to get involved in politics, won't it?
Listen to me carefully. When they open the door, do not panic. Stay close to me.
Do you think I'm taking advice from some guy who's never even been in a fight?
Stay calm. They're trying to scare us.
Sorry, man. Every man for himself.
Ever been in a fight? Yes.
He's one of those pompous reporters.
You know.
On your feet, Ryder.
Thankfully, these guys are pretty weak and go down in a single counter.
Hmm.
I said get up.
Move your reporting us.
Look who it is.
Ah, a familiar face at least. Yeah, there's nothing you
Nothing I
can
can do about that one.
Night.
No, that one is meant to be.
What a lovely situation we're in.
Wakey, wakey, Wayne.
Wants me awake, you shouldn't have kicked me in the face, you stupid bird.
What's up? Do you need me to call you butler?
Cobblepot.
Oh, you remember me. I'm
Good old
touched.
Cobblepot. Can't remember his first
Your
name.
family
Oswald.
destroyed my
That's the one.
Wayne. This, well, let's just call this good old-fashioned revenge.
Gotta give the sort of creators of this game credit for the different interpretations of the different villains and such. I'm pretty certain no other Penguin iteration has had the monocle be literally just glass in his face.
Yeah, he got a bottle, he got glassed basically. And the result was that.
In this universe, at least.
Yes.
Come on then. Come on then.
By Victor Zsasz?
Sorry, I mistimed my reaction to that thing. So he's just breaking the chains.
You can actually counter the first punch, even though it doesn't. I don't think it showed the.
No, it did. It showed
It
the.
showed
it
but I
showed
wasn't
the.
sure if I, it's one of those ones where, oh yeah, I wasn't sure if I could.
Yeah.
Let him get one kick in.
Yeah, I was gonna say you let him get the first punch in.
Bruce
And
Wayne
then
prison
that's it.
pieces his speech. Okay.
Need to get to higher ground and contact
Not wrong.
Well, hello. Fuck you. Right, there we go.
And yes, beating up Cobblepot is optional, but you know.
What do you mean optional?
Brute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was optional?
It's a goddamn given rights.
I said it's technically optional.
Alfred, have you got my location?
You know, obviously we won't be getting into it too often, but
I need an immediate drop on the roof. of this
I'm surprised that one of the alternate
way there
costumes for the Batman is just this model right here, Bruce Wayne, just going around, just beating up people. It would have been fun. It would have been hilarious, just using this model.
Question is how the cape work, because he obviously doesn't have a cape.
That's a good point, actually.
It's invisible.
So I don't think we can use alternate costumes in before you complete the game.
Yeah, you have to. It's New Game Plus, essentially.
Although I did get some one-on-one
You'll
time
be able
with
to
Hugo Strange.
play the game first as
Not good.
you know,
He knows that
Batmite
Bruce
or
Wayne
Batman of
is
the
that
future.
He
I
also
don't think.
told me that something
Well,
called
I don't
Protocol
think
10 will
Batmite
make him
is a
famous.
costume in.
I can't
Not
leave
in
Arkham City until
this
I
one,
find out
no.
what it is.
I think he might be in one of the others.
Might be Knight then, because definitely don't remember it in any of the other ones.
I think you fall in the iron.
Right on time.
You will be in a second.
Help them to put all these ladders.
I know.
I mean, to be fair, they've got to get up to the top of the building somehow.
Yeah,
Gotta
but they're
fix all those
but the ladders are covering certain areas that is kind of weird. Like that ladder there. I'm sure it was covering a
Achievement
clock.
unlocked. I'm Batman.
Of course you are.
By the way, guys, remember where the hatch is in case we get a key.
Absolutely.
I wonder who in Arkham City are smart enough to realise that Bruce Wayne has entered, and now Batman has entered.
Oh, no one.
Bruce Wayne
Well,
enters,
anyone-
Batman leaves. Bruce Wayne enters, Batman leaves. Oh no, this shit again.
Yep. Well, of course, it was a core mechanic for the original game. I mean, it was bound to return.
This one's actually a slightly different thing where you can surf for different radio channels, but some of them are encrypted, so you need to decrypt them. So yeah, that's the GCPD signal.
But that
Listening
orange
to
one's
the thing.
obviously what you need to home in on.
So yeah, for some reason, Strange's force is Tiger.
Tiger!
I'm pretty certain there's a reason why, I just can't think of it at this moment in time.
Well, he's just a big Street Fighter fan.
So yeah, we found out what Catwoman's fate was from the intro.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it does
Damn
not.
it, Selena.
Mr. Dent's predilection for all things binary may not bode well for Miss Kyle.
If there's one person in Arkham City who knows what's really going on, it's her. I need to find Catwoman now.
Before you people start complaining about us solving various puzzles through the game, we actually can't do that yet. So if you see any and go, why didn't you do that?
This thing there. Wow, it's almost like there should be something there, but we don't know that they exist yet, Tech.
I know.
Yeah.
We're sitting out here in the cold while all the good stuff's happening in there.
Even if you're familiar with the asylum.
Yeah, don't let him start tossing that coin.
Hello, baby.
So there is actually a lot of dialogue between inmates and stuff as well, which is quite cool. But yeah, waiting to hear it all is a bit. Yeah. And yes, if you remember the special combo takedown from the last game, we start with it this time, which is nice.
Indeed.
Yeah. Although, granted, it would have been nice to have more of your abilities from the first game still, accessible from the last game.
Don't think there's many you lose, other than the gadgets.
Yeah, but you have to. But some of them you had to relearn again.
And remember, some of them were things that he kind of cooked up on the fly.
Mm. Yeah, I think the only ones you relearn are the ones that aren't really.
Excuse me.
Essential.
And for obvious reasons, the armor.
Don't do that again.
Yeah. I think the only ones you're kind of missing are stuff like the reduced combo number and double, perfect execution moves and stuff.
True, but you can sort of legitimize it by saying it's a completely different set of enemies, completely different environments, so obviously you're going to need time to learn the environment and learn the ticks of the foes to become a more efficient fighter.
Just appreciate the fact that we've got this situation here where the right-hand side...
Yeah, Harvey has actually taken the time to split this courthouse down the middle.
That's impressive.
Because, why not?
He had time on his hands.
The only way to get by in this place is to get ourselves some respect. Fear. That's how we get respect. Show them all that we do things. We should be fair, though. This is a place of justice, after all. Screw justice. Kill her, and they'll all fear us.
Why is the Harvey voice actually Adam West, it seems to be?
Blame Troy Baker.
See? Cat in a bag.
Hey, have you had some work done?
Well, cat hangs up at least.
That's for stealing from us.
I believe the lyrics are a song like "Cat in the Bag, Waiting to Drown."
I'm sorry, I've been a
Considering what's
I
going
mean,
on,
that's. I think Two-Face has kind of got that idea, just drowning in a vat of acid.
If the coin thinks you're telling the truth, drop the coin in the acid.
Wish it was that easy.
This court is now in session.
Well, the coin thinks Catwoman's fine.
For the moment.
For the moment.
Taking out the thug with the gun is the
I'm pretty sure this has been explained in some form or other, but what just prevents Two-Face from just, flipping the coin repeatedly if he doesn't like the result that he gets?
Well, it was kind of shown off in the very mixed opinion movie Batman Forever.
Yeah. He keeps he's invading Wayne Manor and he keeps flipping it. It's like, oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Well, there is actually there are knuckles in this actually which explain why he does it, and it's not actually he does or doesn't like the result. It's the fact that he has that complete indecision and needs something else to make the decision for him.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because
anyway.
his psychosis wants to have the decision of making the call that would do the thing that would please him the most, which would be his evil half.
So I think in one of the comic books they actually he does actually get to a point where he tries to get better, and they try and wane him off a coin by giving him things that have more and more odds. So he starts on like 6-sided dice and stuff.
Oh god, get him into D&D, that'll be a nightmare.
What about
for
one face?
Objection.
One face.
Ow!
Ow!
Gosh.
Overruled.
I'm pretty certain there is a focal one face.
Heads or
I know there's
tails,
false
kitty
face.
cat?
Which one lets me out of here alive?
Not this one. Time to die.
I vote for a stay of execution.
The quips are real.
No gun harm?
Mm-hmm.
Shame. This is gonna hurt.
2 guns, bitch.
Two guns, bitch, of course, being another
And I thought
Batman
it was
villain.
cats who have 9 lives.
Right, Bruce.
How's it hanging, Harv? Come
No
to
reference
kitty.
there. Good work.
Anyone ever tell you that you're full of surprises?
Anyone ever tell you that zip goes up slightly more?
You're right. I think I chipped a nail back there.
Funny.
I know, that's what annoys me the most sometimes for these character designs is that they're not practical, especially for Catwoman's
That's
sake.
not what I wanted to
You
hear.
know, she's supposed
What
to be
about
this,
Strange?
don't
master
trust
thief
him.
and whatnot.
He's
But
been
here she
missing
is,
for years.
wandering around
Then is suddenly put in
Arkham
charge
City
of
with her
running
top
Arkham
open,
City.
and whatnot, and
Rumor
exposing
has it
herself.
he's been working with
I mean, it's
planning
distracting.
something very special just for you. Maybe that's Protocol 10.
But realistically, in combat, it's not really a good idea.
Probably not. I wouldn't know. I've never tried it.
The ex-district attorney here said something.
Sniper!
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
This place is dangerous.
Whoever could that be?
The trickster?
You expecting a kiss?
It was.
Yeah, what Philip just by said.
You're not safe here.
See, there's disadvantages to it.
9 lives, remember?
The eyes and claws are
I love
appearing.
the fact that the suits are acid bath for treatment. I love the fact that the suit's already slightly messed up. You know, it's just like,
Yeah, oh yeah, we're
No, it's
barely
like
5 minutes in and we already got a bullet wound right in the chest.
Yep.
Trust me, that's the least of our worries.
So actual detectiving this time.
Where did it enter?
Figuring out stuff.
Well, you had that in our Asylum. You had moments in the game where you had to, investigate rooms to find, ways of accessing certain things and whatnot. This one is just elaborated more.
Wake me.
Yeah, there's actual detective work in it.
Yeah.
my
I like
thanks
the,
to the British Bat Andy for the host. I don't know, what could he be? Think of a nice Batman character for Andy.
I'm just trying to think of Canadian Batman villains.
Calendar Man?
Protocol 10 will commence in 10 hours. Well, that's handy, isn't it, ladies?
Yeah.
Let's go get out the door. Can't be bothered. Hello? Oh, okay.
Maybe he's
we can't
Raj
get out
Andy
the door.
Not that door, anyway.
Hold the door shut.
I'm trying to think of a poutine man. Supposedly is a British Andy.
Poutine man.
Who's that?
Is he still in there?
Is it Mad Mod?
Well, he's more of a Teen Titans villain.
Yeah. Also, I did not realize there was an exit up there. I was going to say go out the back exit.
Because if you went out the back exit, you would have gone down to the.
There's someone else out there. Oh, oddly enough, if you let these guys talk on, someone goes like, "You didn't tell me we were blocking the bad." It's fine, just keep the door open. Okay, but what happens if he goes out the back entrance? What back entrance? You know, the one where they're keeping that guy down in the cell. You didn't tell me there was a back entrance. So one other new thing in this one is you can counter 2 people at the same time if you hit the counter button twice. I'm going to assume that Batman is still getting used to the new controls in City.
Well, it's been a while. Is it?
Who said I was any good at this?
Oh, and there's a new move, which is the beatdown combo. That'll come important later.
Indeed.
But it is good for racking up combos.
Yeah. You want some? You want some? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't
Batman
Apes Odyssey.
does a traditional Russian dance. Anyway, you say there was somebody at the back?
Yes.
I think there is.
Oh yeah, there is.
It's like not at the back, not in the back of the courthouse, inside the courthouse, at the back of the courthouse.
But there is actually people at the back of the courthouse as well.
Oh, is there? All right.
Political prisoners. They're supposed to be the first time you meet the political prisoners.
All
Batman
right.
asks, "Why are you here?"
I don't understand why they even want to fight for this place. Two-Face ends up owning that street. So what? He's still stuck in here.
On the back entrance.
Correct. And that sparking electricity will be important for later, probably, if we decide to.
Ah. I was just speaking of the man.
To which we 28 assign. Till leap year gives us 29.
Calendar man.
Yeah, he's down the upper hall.
Up.
What happened, Batman? Did someone cut out your heart for St. Valentine? St. Valentine.
Oh yeah, that is the next holiday, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yes, if you look at the wall, there is a lot of dates circled on a calendar. If you play the game on those dates and come and see Calendar Man, he'll tell you a special story.
Mm-hmm. And you get an achievement for doing it all as well, I
You
believe.
can be really
Yes.
Yeah.
There is also a very secret one if you do it on the day that he was founded.
Of course.
Oh.
Here comes.
Is that in the PC release?
No, that's in all releases if you turn the clock back.
All right.
He'll kill you for this, Batman.
Anyway, you can go back on that back entrance again. Look, you cannot cut the rope and put him into the acid. You can hit him.
You can hit him.
Batman never kills anyone.
Look, he just gravely wounds.
Yeah, you know, broken bone, total paralysis from the neck downwards. That's fine, as long as he doesn't kill them.
Do 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 do. Ace the Bat Hound says Mr. Fernando, but for Andy. That's a good one. Ace the Bat Hound is awesome.
Indeed, I actually did like Ace the Bat Hound in Batman Beyond. You know.
And if you ever saw the Justice League one where they actually talk about Ace, why Ace is the Bat Hound is named Ace. One of the most powerful bits of the animated.
That's assumed. It's not. I don't think any of the creators actually officially said that, because Beyond and Justice League were kind of like two separate things, but they kind of tried to connect.
Official medias and since it's.
But it was fan speculation that Ace the dog in Batman Beyond was actually named after a character of the same name in Justice League.
I was gonna say you missed the guy on the rooftop, I think.
Oh, don't worry. Well, there's plenty of goons to, be around.
It wasn't the goon you missed.
Oh, I think you.
Is it Azrael?
Yes. So I think this is the first time he turns up.
I was gonna say, is that the earliest? This is the earliest I've actually heard of him being spotted or whatever.
No, this is the first time he's supposed to pop up.
All right.
With the first time you exit the courthouse from that door with place.
I can head back though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should still be up there until you leave the area, I think. There's basically he appears after certain story beats. And I think
very
this
well.
is the first side quest you can 100%.
Any idea where he actually is? Because I.
Yeah, he's on the building in front of the courthouse, basically.
Oh.
So
like
if you were going from the courthouse,
that Hella Entertainment building, I'm guessing.
it's hard for me to see. Well, Kev's spinning the camera around. Head towards the glowing sign, green sign.
Oh, Face Chemicals.
Not Ace Chemicals, the one down below.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
Yeah. The thing is, if you don't get him now, then it's harder to get him later. This side quest is a bit weird because it technically doesn't conclude until the next game.
Very true.
Some of these don't really conclude until the next game, because there's one that I particularly like, which pays off at the end.
One. Yeah.
Although it does, to give it commendament, it does cover aspects that were handled in the first game that are then concluded in this game. But of course, to make up for those conclusions, they have to set up for the next one by having stuff set up from here into Night, at least, not Origins, because Origins is a prequel.
But there are some stuff that happens in Origins that does go ahead in Night as well. One of the major side quest villains, in fact, his whole story arc starts in Origins.
Fair enough.
That being Firefly.
I thought you were going to say Riddler for a minute there.
We'll make sure this hurts you.
No, Riddler's in all of them, to be fair.
He will never leave.
Although I believe this is the first.
Everyone talks about Joker being in the Batman games too much. No, the real offender to that is the Riddler.
Eh.
I have no problem with it.
Well, you say that. Wait till you have to solve 440 Riddler trophies.
Anyway,
I did that
So did
because I really liked the treasure hunt aspect of Riddler and
welcome
such,
to
so-
Wayne Tech.
So yes,
You have
this
a
is Wayne-
batsuit new.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, you have the ability of movement.
Oh yes, more armor is well needed.
I actually would have gone with the combat ones first, but that's just me.
I wasn't sure.
Don't worry, he'll get more XP as we go along.
Yeah. XP's not a problem in this game.
So how much sidetracking are you hoping to do then, Kev,
All of it.
before we actually get to
So
the
much side. We're going to be here for weeks, everybody. So
yeah.
I mean, if you're planning to do all 440 Riddler trophies,
I am not planning to do 100.
Good.
Through that.
But I meant
Screw
like
Calendar Man?
just I'm talking about like miscellaneous groups of thugs just going around and just beating them up and all that.
You actually don't get that much for doing that. Is the problem? Most of your XP comes from.
we're getting this first. No, keep going down that alley.
Oh yes, I thought it might be that.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Crime
something to
Alley.
collect here. Hello.
How does it feel, Wayne, to stand on the very stones that ran with your parents' blood? Do you feel sad, full of rage? Or does that outfit help bury your feelings, hiding your true self? Oh, you are a truly extraordinary specimen. I look forward to breaking you.
It will end where it began. Hugo Strange. I look forward to breaking you, Batman. That's gonna be his voice throughout. I know it's like. Oh yes, Mr. Oh yes, Mr.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to try to impersonate that while he already has a voice actor.
I know what it's like, Mr. Wayne. I always like Mr. Wayne.
That must be Hugo
Dang it,
Strange,
give me the intern.
split personality. Then.
I'm sorry, I only work here on Tuesdays.
Suppose the inmates are discussing the relationship between the Joker and Harley Quinn, and supposedly they got married.
I'll kill you, fat freak.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, double take.
Nice.
A takedown so powerful it pushed other people into the air. Well,
Yeah.
that's...
What?
Yep.
Well, shockwave effect there. Nice.
So this time, unlike the first game, when you upgrade your armor, you actually have two specifics to upgrade. You have both the you can upgrade it against bullets, and you can upgrade it against physical attacks. Unfortunately, we upgraded it against bullets first.
Yeah, it's
So
just a bit. But don't worry about it.
it'll be useful sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always upgraded the ballistics armor first because screw ballistics.
So I never upgraded the armor until last.
Hey, good news, level up.
Yeah, well there you go. See, now you can upgrade the other armor.
Yeah, that's what. Combat stuff I can do as well. Apparently.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of combat stuff you can upgrade, but you've got to. I think some of it you have to unlock bits about it. Oh, critical strikes is the one you probably want sooner than later. So, this also explains the moves you already have.
Take it easy, man. I'm just asking.
But yeah, I would say get critical strikes. That makes it easier to get your takedown.
No idea. Just one of the
Stuff.
of the church. Bunch of do-gooders, if you ask me.
And yeah, the inmates here are talking about. Supposedly they dragged someone off to see Joker.
His usual happy self for a while now.
It's a girl.
Do you think the rumors are true?
What?
I mean, it is nominated for 11 Academy Awards.
Of course, Batman, as Batman is, decides to
Nice.
interrupt them.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, I was gonna say you did have explosive gel put in.
He still does technically.
Yeah.
Well, no, he just set it on the ground and whatnot, but of course.
I will say one of the fun, flashy moves you can do.
I'm having a lot of fun just making this guy's like
Just
like a nightmare.
juggle him on.
How's it going? Did you get up, buddy?
Nah, he's just gonna sit there and die.
Cold strike.
If you backball them and hit punch, you do quite a fancy hit. If that's the last thing you do, it looks quite cinematic.
I'll be okay.
Yeah, there's no back door to the church there.
Go on, show off the nurse costume. They're coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say all that flippy shit doesn't do you much, does it?
I don't know. It's sure she's at least fit physically, anyway.
Like it? What am I saying? Of course you do. Who wouldn't?
Hold it right
Anyway,
there.
here's the deal. Mr. J is really not up to a visit right now. He's not feeling himself.
I must admit, I've never really moved from that spot because I assumed they would shoot you if you got too close.
That idiot doctor I sent from here didn't help. I've
Also, Harley has a nice new tattoo as well.
Don't clip through me. Rude cow.
Attacking armed thugs head-on is suicide. I need to disappear. Pick them off silently, one by one.
I love that it just looked like Kevin's just gonna go and do exactly what Zen don't do.
Yeah.
They don't know where I am. Good.
Again, there's some quite hilarious stuff if you just stand there and let them
Plan out my tactics.
Oh, good detective mode's
speculate.
back.
4 thugs, all armed, 2 hostages.
Yeah, it's slightly different this time, though.
Get out of here. He's gonna get us. Batman, can you hear me? Try and get us and these people
That
die.
idiot thinks he's safe in the confessional. He's just made it easier for me to get in behind him.
So yes, this is your tutorial for Predator.
Hmm.
Partially to introduce you to a few new different types of things you can do in Predator mode.
Well, I was gonna say reintroduce you because you did have some of these things here in.
Oh yeah, but it does assume that you've never played the original.
You'll be okay. Wait here.
Because, you know, not everyone did.
If I can get behind those 2 without being seen, I can take them both in one move.
Answer me.
This specifically is one of the new ones in where you can take down 2 thugs at once. If they don't know you're there anyway.
When this is over, I'm gonna make you regret
You're safe. Stay quiet.
It's not very quiet, mind you,
He's got a
but
hostage.
No.
I can glide to the scaffolding above him without being seen, and take him down from there.
you don't know.
Sleep. Sleep.
The room is secure. You're safe now.
The room is secure. I am Batman. Thanks for coming.
Autographs can be found here, here, and here.
Oh, cash.
Please feel free to donate to the Bat Pool.
I am the savior. I am the knight. I am
Darkwing
available on Patreon. If you'd like to support me in that way.
New gadget upgrades are available. So yeah, it locks some of the upgrades behind story beats and various things. And some of it is just because you don't actually have the equipment yet.
Well, thanks, Batman. It's funny. I figured people would be grateful to have us here. I guess I was wrong.
Yes, you are wrong. Now get the hell out of here.
How?
It's a bit hard to do that, being that there's a massive wall around the city limits.
True, true.
Look, Cash. Sup?
Thank God you got here, Batman.
After what happened at the asylum, I thought you'd settle for a quiet desk job.
Yeah, right. When Shark closed down the asylum, it turned out there wasn't much work for an ex-security guard who failed to stop a mass breakout. This is the only work I can get.
It's kind of ironic for a man who called, Aaron Cash. He doesn't get paid very well, does he?
That crazy bitch busted in a couple of hours ago with the rest of these idiots. Took something up the tower.
I was gonna say, look, considering Cash is also has lost a hand because of all this.
Wait, I mean,
yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, you can blame Croc for that one.
A couple of them grabbed one of the docks. Quinn said something about needing
Anyway,
her to
I would
fix
advise
up the
before
joke.
you sort of
If she's
head out
alive,
is
I'll
to head
find
behind the confessionals again.
You concentrate on
Because
securing
there's
this
something
church.
there that is
should
well
keep
worth
you all
seeing.
safe.
Will do. Hope
Well,
you
we kind of got a glimpse of it during that.
Yeah, there was
federal-
somebody there, wasn't there?
You can see his skeleton. Cash.
The gunshot came from the bell tower. I need to find a way up
other
there.
side.
Yep.
He's got a hostage. I need to get behind him without being seen. The gunshot came from
I
the
think
bell
there's a
tower.
doctor now, I
I
think,
need to
thinking for
find a
him.
way up there.
Uh-huh.
What happened to this prisoner?
He's not a prisoner. He's a doctor.
Was he attacked?
No. It's terrible, really. He transferred here, but I think it was too much for him. We didn't realize he was losing it. And we should have noticed.
Noticed what?
He was stealing supplies. Anesthetics, mostly. He used them when he cut his own face off. I found him. He was sitting in the corner, laughing. His face was missing. I wrapped him up and sedated him. Who knows what's in that case he's holding on to? We couldn't pry it loose.
More news on the hour's most dramatic story. We now have confirmation that Bruce Wayne was arrested and
Kevin, I know you want to batarang all these future kind of like problems that will arise later on, but really, it's not worth it.
Look, very obvious hush, will you please?
Well, that spoiled future.
Thomas! Whatever your bloody name is, I forget.
Tommy Elliot, yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Tommy Elliot? Yeah. That sounds like something.
Look, are you going to cause me
He's like
problems
another
later?
character from another
Are you going to
TV
cause me
show.
problems later? I'm just telling you now, I know who you are. It's not going to be a surprise.
Look, it's not going to be a problem for you until Arkham Knight.
You might well
Don't
be
worry
worried.
about it.
You might well be worried about this situation. I could end you right now. We won't need a sequel to figure out your story.
Fine, that's not how gaming works, Kevin.
We need to look very closely. I'm the goddamn Batman. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're spoiling Voluptuous Spy as well, because she's never played this game before.
Spoiling Voluptuous Spy. Oh, excellent. I'm glad she's happy. Right.
I
Now,
must admit,
somewhere I'm supposed to be going because he's got a hostage and...
you're supposed to get up the bell tower, so...
Up the bell
Find where the Joker's shot came from.
Up the bell tower.
Yeah, get up those stairs. There's a staircase to go up to.
You need to go meet Quasimodo.
Don't kill Cash.
I kill Cash.
Cash is one of the good ones.
Ah, the bells have fallen down. Slight homage to...
I believe Aaron Cash is actually a new character created for the series, but he does actually appear throughout most of it. I don't know if he's in Origins.
There's also the other game as well, the mobile game, the GBA game or something.
Blackgate.
Blackgate, yeah, and that all ties into this as well.
Yes.
No one remembers.
I don't know how heavily it does.
Also, it's awful.
I was going to say,
properly
wasn't that the
fucking
reason
awful.
no one remembers it?
Hey, look.
There's the gun. It looks like it's being controlled remotely by Joker.
Are you sure, Batman?
Yes, hello, Joker.
Gotta go right now.
Alfred, I've got a lock on the signal used to remotely control the sniper rifle. Joker's behind.
And there's a chance of getting any evidence. I don't know who did that all of this though.
Should lead me right.
I was gonna say that was the fastest game of Super Metroid ever seen being played.
I don't know. They know the rules. I keep telling you guys, get back here before it gets dark. Maybe Two-Face's crew got him. Damn it! Why the hell didn't they listen? This is the only place we're safe. We stay in here, and those animals don't bother us. You're telling the wrong person. I know. Why did they go out? Food, I guess.
So now, obviously, we'll gotta be trying to find where Joker's radio signal came from. So
Yes. So there are a few Riddler trophies you can get early on.
yeah.
Particularly with the help of one of your returning gadgets that's just much better in this version of the game.
The back credit card?
No, I don't believe the back credit card is in any of the games, unfortunately.
No. I think you have the remote batarang active from this point.
You have it from the very start of the game, and you no longer have to use 6-axis controls to make it work.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing on the PS3 version. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I played the 360 version, so.
Yeah, you smart. Although, granted, I say smart. It's like smart-ish. Yeah. Although, granted, well, granted, Granted, I played the Wii U version of the game.
Oh yeah, I do remember you did.
Oh yeah.
And although it's like even though it was slightly underperformance and whatnot, in all honesty, it worked out quite well. To be a decent port at least.
Yeah, I think I played the PlayStation version first and then the PC version.
Yeah, I mostly commend it for having its kind of like certain bat gadgets available on the touchpad and whatnot. It was really convenient that.
Unfortunately, a batarang is not the answer to that riddle.
Nope.
You don't have the gadget you need for that, I don't believe.
And yeah, you're not gonna get it until a good while.
No, I think after the next section you get it.
No, yeah.
You need to overload the circuit, basically.
Good news, I've got a Riddler trophy.
Yeah, that's a very easy one, that one.
So, here's the thing. The Riddler trophies are going to be basically your main reason to get experience. Because there's 400. Well, there's 400 of them. Plus 40 for Catwoman. You don't need to get the Catwoman ones, but they are helpful.
It's a matter of life and death.
There is also a final section at the end, which is your physical challenges. These range quite heavily. Some of them can't even be done yet because we don't have the right stuff for them.
The ever informative bios that not many people actually read through.
Interestingly, in this game there are interview tapes, but they are actually locked behind the Riddler trophies this time.
You think? No, I think he's a total psychopath.
Augmented reality training online.
Yeah, it's alright. All trans are not great.
Will probably kill us.
That actually could be handy for traversal, so best to do it.
Yeah, it's also good for teaching you how the new gliding mechanics, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like Batman doesn't really fly.
I don't know, he gets pretty dang close with this one.
True.
So long as he's got momentum.
So yes, when you have to counter 2 attacks, you have to actually hit the counter attack button twice, but otherwise it's pretty much the same.
If you're looking for big massive combos, you're in the wrong.
Well, you had a decent run. I mean, I averaged to about like 25 to 30 combo and whatnot, and you've already come close to that, so yeah, you're doing all right for yourself.
Balloons.
Balloons are actually one of the Riddler's challenges, is pop all the balloons.
Yep.
And there are many ways to pop balloons, but mostly
Batarangs will do.
usually. I think there's like 1 or 2 you can't batarang. Or you need to remote control batarang.
Yeah, because they're in very awkward places.
Yeah. What's the policy? So I wonder where Joker's is. I wonder if he's in this Joker's Funland.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
That, my good boy, is a red herring.
Augmented reality training
Indeed.
activated.
Oh, good.
That's a.
Well, Superman had to do it, so why not? So why not Batman?
And there's no time to waste.
Augmented reality training failed.
I came back. Come on, I went back to the bloody thing.
Yeah, but well, you have to go back, you know, to that thing there, the red one. Start
Yeah.
over again.
So with all these challenges, it's a case of you need to do it without touching the floor.
Yeah.
I was trying to get back.
Also, Lex.
Oh, you
win.
got it. You got it this time.
Augmented reality training complete.
This place.
And once you've hit all 5, you're done.
Isn't the boat here?
Yes. It's
Yes,
over
it-
right in front of you.
Yeah, it's just over there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the you know what I mean, buddy.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't swim there, Kev. You have to
That man,
get a little
that man
higher.
actually does not know how to swim.
He's a
He just
Batman.
back
He's a
paddles.
Batman, not a boatman.
Yes.
No, he's not a
Is
seaman.
this the boat?
Yes, it is.
But you don't
But
have
you
the
need-
feet to
I
unlock
can't get in
Yeah.
there yet, can I?
Yeah, you need the crypto.
Hello, Scarecrow.
Honestly, Kevin, for crying out loud.
Scarecrow.
Can you just wait? Can
Not
you just
dog,
wait
Scarecrow.
until we have the right equipment to take it, or get to the right time point in the game before spoiling the
What
fucking
do
thing?
now, Scarecrow?
So there's actually 2 pieces of equipment you're supposed to use, but one of them can be bypassed. Also, where's the next AR training?
Apparently, Mr. Bernard says to go back. Apparently, he saw a prompt to do something.
A bit late now.
But yeah,
The boat.
apparently to the boat. I think it was to the boat.
I don't know. Mr. Venato is just confusing.
Yes.
Both me and Turbo know you cannot do anything at the boat at the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the boat was a thing.
There is a secret with this boat which you're meant to use the dive bomb and then which you can technically unlock already, I think.
Back of the cabin.
I think that was the prompt to just leap
Just
on top of
climb,
the.
yeah, just climb.
yeah.
Yeah.
Find out where this.
Augmented reality
Yeah.
training.
Get them up, Paul.
Where are you?
Back there.
There. Ah. Joker's Funland. Clearly. The home of Clayface.
Gotham stinking city. Hell, I'll even get plenty of
Turbo's just so exasperated right now.
That wasn't Turbo. That was me.
I do like the fact that they are referencing other cities in the Bat mythos, such as Bloodhaven, which is just basically a case of Gotham City, but worse.
So, depends who you ask.
Yeah, well, Nightwing mainly.
Again, Bloodhaven does actually. In fact, you can even go to Bloodhaven in Arkham Knight, just not as Batman. You go as another particular.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine game. See if I care.
Yep. You can grapple up there. Jeez.
No, it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I found that one to be particularly bad. You actually have to walk up the walk up the.
Now I
No,
can grapple
you can
it.
grab- you can
Now I can
grapple it.
grapple it.
Oh. I can never grab onto that.
Oh look!
You just have to be at a specific place.
Yep.
There's no time to waste.
Okay, I missed that somehow.
Yeah.
Too much forward momentum.
Hugo Strange. Now there's a name that fills me with confidence.
Hugo Strange. Strange.
Augmented reality training activated. Augmented reality training complete.
There we go.
The boat. Nothing happens.
No, you need the upgrade to do a
Yeah,
thing.
no, I'm saying it's a boat with nothing happens.
Hear it, Joker.
Oh, I see.
I don't take the best.
Also, you have another level up.
I do indeed, so I can't do anything else until I go. Oh, okay, now it will let me do it.
Yeah, you need to wait for the game to sort of get itself sorted so it goes
yeah, that's the problem with the game. Is that it does need a. You can't just skip past, you know, all the kind of like
gadgets, and
automated dialogue and
and
whatnot.
I can upgrade Catwoman apparently.
Yes,
it's
but
very forward of me. Gotta say, very forward of me. Yes, hello, Selena. Just stay there a minute. I need to upgrade you slightly.
So yes, we now have the backclaw disarm, which allows you to wrench a weapon of some kind out of a headman's hand.
Shoot, shot, move attack, gadgets. We can upgrade it. Critical strikes. We do, won't we?
I would advise it because it's very useful. Basically, if you time your attacks well, you get into the rhythm of it, you gain +2 to your combo rather than +1, which makes getting your combos up very useful, and meaning you can pull off more takedowns, etc., etc.
Augmented reality training activated.
Oh yeah, this one took me a long time to get.
Oh yeah, this is basically teaching you how to gain altitude from a dive bomb.
Well, nothing happened then when I pressed it.
Bye, Batman.
Hello, breakable wall.
Oh, don't worry, you'll gain access to that
I'll get it
down the
eventually.
line.
Okay.
Augmented reality training activated.
Nope.
Augmented reality training.
I can't do that.
Well, you have to like dive bomb, and then when you pass through that ring, immediately pull up, pull back on the thumbstick.
And let go of the dive button, but hold on to the glide button.
Yeah.
Let's just the main objective.
If you're with me, the only things I demand, except for a
The grapnel one is useful for getting around, but that's kind of all it's really useful for.
Yeah, just makes it easier to kind of like get back into a glide with a speed grapple pull to then keep your glide going and whatnot.
You should have tried harder. All you had to do was get me some meds from the church.
There is a prisoner in trouble. And that is another one of the side missions, which is rescuing political prisoners.
I thought I taught you not to smart mouth me. I guess you're gonna need a little more schooling.
I wish I knew where that was. I have no idea.
Go into detective mode, it will show you. So it'll, follow the arrow, basically. Oh no, now it's switched who's talking, but he was nearby. Oh no, that's the phone ringing, that's a different one as well.
Oh yeah.
I would get the political prisoner first, then answer the phone. No,
I'd love to be able to do anything, to be honest. A minute. Oh, no idea.
He's just below your building. If you go...
Yeah.
Yeah, there you got him.
There we go.
Yeah, these guys will appear quite frequently, basically.
I'm waiting for the phone to ring again. It's not.
I won't now.
No, you've missed your chance. You'll get another opportunity.
I can't move.
Yeah, drop down.
Oh,
There we go. Going well.
No way! I'll kill you, fat freak! Fight going down!
We're gonna hurt you, fat freak. You scared?
Yeah, achieve a 20 times combo. And that's
It's pretty much just
actually
me
one of
hitting X all the time. So I don't get much in the way of XP for it.
No, so the way it works out your XP is there's a few things.
It's
How
based
high your
on
combo
weapon
goes.
variation, and there's a mirror also.
Yeah, how many gadgets you weave into your
Again,
combo.
if you're watching this, don't expect this to be played well. It really isn't.
I don't know. Maybe me or Turbo might do some bonus videos and show off some funky stuff. I don't know.
Maybe other people will make it look good.
That's not what I mean.
Thanks, Josh.
That's not what I mean.
Well, I can't really do that because I don't actually have the game anymore.
Oh,
okay.
You
know, so if you want to be the showboater and grandstanding, player here, be my guest there.
You use a remote batarang. This is so painful to watch sometimes.
Well, you said, stop commenting then.
I didn't know I had a remote batarang. Might be why. Guess we managed to avoid them.
That's right. The batarang has a couple of features. Now.
I remember that I hate this.
It has a booster, it has a brake, and it has a U-turn function.
Here's challenge complete. I destroyed 3 balloons.
First try.
You stole my balloons.
Ring. Answer the damn phone already.
All new recruits will be subject to a mandatory full body search, inside and out. I know some of you may feel a little uncomfortable at the idea of having a giant Russian mercenary perform a full cavity search, but don't worry. He nearly always manages not to tear out anything too vital. You may even enjoy it. I know I did. Ooh.
Alfred, I need to find a route into the Sionis steel mill.
Have you tried the front door, sir?
Why didn't I think of that?
It was obviously too easy. Let's see. If all the other access routes are locked down, the only way in would be... No, it's suicide.
Let me guess, down the chimney.
The main chimney?
Yep.
Okay, then.
Congratulations, you're now Santa Claus.
Saint Bat is coming to town.
Father Batmus! Father Batmus!
Well, he knows when you are sleeping, he knows when you're awake. Only because he's the one that made you sleep in the first place.
With the slide mechanic.
Yes, I think
everyone's favourite thing in gaming, a slide mechanic.
The steam from the furnace will boil.
Everybody loves it in Mega Man.
Down the coal somehow.
Alright, so this time you need to get your bat claw out.
Heave
That one.
ho! Heave ho! How very handy it was full of water.
Convenient.
Heave ho!
Just imagine what would have happened if that was full of molten iron.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been quite the egg on Batman's face. Whoops. Oh, almost a bit of a hot time there.
And yeah, a lot of these vent things will have something inside them.
Trophy there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you can pick up trophies with the backbone now. Well, most of the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, Joker wants you to think he's sick. Then wham! Gotcha. I don't know.
Now we got the obligatory first-person sequence.
Right, boys?
Showing
I think that
us-
happens whenever you go into vents.
Well, yeah, but it's like in conjunction with a little kind of a cutscene that's kind of happening at the same time.
Yes.
It's all part of that immersion. It's like how they try to market it Arkham Knight. You're gonna be the Batman, even though we're the Batman like 2 games prior or 3 games prior even.
Change of plan. Take her to the smelting chamber. Mr. J wants this one to suffer a little longer. Right then. The rest of you idiots, get out of here. You know what you've got to do. Go get the snowman and bring him back here right now. He's gonna pay for screwing over Mr. J. I need him back here like yesterday.
Ah, this one.
This
is the quick batarang, which basically I think you tap the batarang button repeatedly.
Yep. So instead of just holding it, you're just tapping it in 3 successions.
Joker really must be sick after all.
I think
It's been ages since I've played this, so I don't quite know what the combinations are.
Just tap left bumper repeatedly.
There we go.
Pretty certain that's not supposed to be all that way.
Yeah,
but-
that is right.
Well, it is right, apparently.
Fair enough.
Apparently it's right, yeah, that's fine.
Like he ever looked. Okay. He looked like the Joker.
It was weird.
No, I think that would.
This is all part of Joker's.
Yeah, it's turned off another steam pipe elsewhere.
Yeah, I would have thought that.
That was blocking your progress.
I'll just go into detective mode and.
Oh yeah, follow the pipes. That makes sense.
There you go. Now you're underneath them. Now you can get the drop on them. To DDT. I know that was kind of delayed the action because we were watching live stream rather than watching live playthrough.
Ooh, with all that blood getting in your eyes, B-Man. You need a bandage? Bet! You deserve every smack in the face you get, bad brain!
Scared bit?
Axe kick.
Ooh.
You better watch out, you better not cry, because if you do, you might just lose your eyes. Sad and bad, it's going to tell.
Well, there's
Nice
no
one,
way
Andy.
you're getting to Mr. J. around up here, you can just stay down there and burn.
Alfred.
Well,
Joker's holding
they're hiding up there.
office in the steel
Looks
mill.
like we're gonna have to get them to come out.
Of course I will. Some of
First
this goon's going to the
priorities.
doctor away. I'm going to find her first, then deal with Joker.
Yeah. The one thing that's quite nice with both City and Night is if you know what you're looking for, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's all hints as to what's going on behind the scenes of the game in terms of plot.
They've got that doorway covered. I need to find a different way to get past Joker's men.
I thought the whole point of being locked up in here was that Batman was out there. You know, we got it. You scared of big bad Batman? No, I'm not scared.
Hello? Is this thing on? If you don't stop pressing that button, I'll tell my Joker, and he will be
Alright, well, I think I'm going to head off for this evening, so enjoy the rest of the bats. And the traipsing round. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the game.
Yeah, see you later, man.
Through this door would be suicide.
Bye.
The whole world will have forgotten about her boyfriend soon enough. Then I get a ride on the heart. Or a bullet in the face. Seriously, don't get
So this is kind of the tutorial to show you, hey, maybe look for other ways to get into areas so people can't see you.
All part of your predatory skills.
Yep.
And as we talk about predatory skills, a predatorial V'ger has entered our fine chat to replace John there.
Hello, gentlemen! I thought I'd pop in and say hi. Also, ow.
I was gonna say, what accent is that supposed to be?
A very sickly ill Mark Hamill, apparently.
Yeah. It goes with it. Yeah. Ow. I'll stop that.
It's drunken Joker.
I was gonna say, it's like even my throat is hurting. From just hearing that.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to dive through the window. There's a perfectly good. Oh no, wait.
Yeah,
Never mind. Oh well, it's the right way anyway.
Keep this to yourself. But I think Batman may be here. If you see him, kill him.
Certainly. Oh yes, the smelting chamber. That was when...
What? It came from over here! I'm sure it came from over there! You take the door.
We're gonna knock him out before it.
Huh? Shut it! Take it down! I got him! He's over here!
It's a bit active in there.
He's up there!
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's happening here.
Yeah, Kevin's not being very stealthy at the moment.
There was a smoke bomb.
He's getting used to predator rooms again. It's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna take him a while.
Well, I was kind of throwing the batarang before it was like, oh yes, other stuff here.
Here, I got him! He's over
Have you got me? He's over there? Excellent. Well, I best come back down to you then. Since you've got me.
That's good thinking that you have that bullet armor then.
Oh God, we've got another guy down
'Cause
over here.
I'll tell you this much: those bullets do hurt.
Yep.
Oh god, another one's down. Oh god, another one's down.
How do you think poor Mr. J is gonna get better if you idiot?
Can you
Good
stand?
work.
Give
You
me a second.
beating up
What's wrong with these people?
people.
That crazy woman thinks I can fix the Joker.
What's wrong with him?
There's something in his blood. Some kind of toxin. It's killing him. He blames something called Titan.
Titan?
Yeah. Do you know what he's talking about? He kept going on about his last laugh.
Doc. Isn't that information supposed to be confidential?
What's happening? How does she know what we're saying?
Get that door sealed up nice and tight, boys. We don't want that varmint escaping to...
I've got to hand it to Harley for being able to set up a Harley doll with a speaker.
Wait here.
Two-way
Well, she learned it.
system.
I was gonna say she learns from the best.
What the hell are you doing?
I need to get out of here. Someone.
And
needs
now
to
for
snatch
Batman's first new toy, which is completely new, I believe.
Stay here.
And also completely, comes out of his
If you
ass.
hear anyone coming, hide.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Just grabs some electrical piece and just combines it with the scraps in his utility belt and makes this.
He's a super, and he's a multi-billionaire crime-fighting super engineer. He has all the skills.
And everyone complains about isekai anime.
He is the
where-
ultimate Mary Sue. Oh God, Batman is a Mary Sue.
Yeah. So now we have a means to shut up the Harley heads. Which I believe is one of the Riddler challenges.
Yes, it is. Well, yeah, I believe. So yeah, you can electro shoot those Harley heads if you want, Kev.
I should head back
to get
the
some
loading
XP.
bay. It's the only route to Joker.
Yep. Subtle, Kev.
Breaking all the way.
Kevin's developed a sudden aversion to Windows.
Anyway, you leveled up. You might as well use the
Yeah.
XP now.
Special combo boost. Backlord disarm. Version 3.
Quinn slowed me down. I need to get back after Joker.
Right. So for yourself, having to get out of this situation, you now have your new toy.
To Joker.
Yeah, but there's
Wait,
something
first.
here.
First, there is Riddler trophies.
Grab those Riddler trophies.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn slowed me down. I need to get back after Joker.
There we go. Yeah, because you got a positive and a negative charge.
Yeah, which doesn't really make that much sense.
Resisting urge to make electrical joke.
Oh, there is one there.
And what? Just wait for the bat to try to break not a plan. It's a suicide note. I'm not scared of him.
I gotta wonder about the ventilation layout of this place.
Okay, then you stand in front.
I mean, you gotta wonder about the ventilation of any of the places Batman seems to visit.
Just shut the hell up and
It's almost as if Batman designed it himself. He's also an architect.
So yes, the one thing that's kind of cool in this game is that you can use almost all of your gadgets in the middle of your combos. And some of them do quite useful stuff. The explosive gel can sometimes knock people out. Sometimes it just puts them on the floor. The wreck is very good with anyone that's got metal on them.
Riddle challenge as well. We doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
Protocol 10 will commence in 9 hours.
Oh.
That's your hourly updates.
Running out of time, mate.
Hey!
You know, you could charge the electrical carts if you wanted to now.
I don't think there's a point to doing it yet.
No, actually, there. What was it? There is a way. I think there is a trophy that you can get.
I think you need another gadget as well.
Oh.
You don't get to well later on.
Oh.
Well, you do return here later on in the game
Yes,
anyway. So.
exactly.
I thought this was a loading screen for a second. Instead of just the loading bay.
Like sparks are gonna fly here.
How did you get out of the smelting chamber, B-Man?
Enjoying your little snack there?
Very sorry. It's almost gone.
I know this is a very very engaging game here. It's like, but I wouldn't call it popcorn material.
That was shocking.
Pull that sucker out.
Yep, there we go.
B-Man, you come into
But before,
Mr.
oh,
J's
never
home
mind.
and start smashing into pieces. Don't you?
No, you meant to do it.
Surprise, B-Man. Meet Mr. Hammer. He's gonna teach you
Well, there's
some
something you can do
manners.
after this fight.
MC Hammer?
So I'm wondering if that guy got so buff because his hair was so napped. I must overcompensate for my lack of hair.
You're not going to read.
If he gets up, I'm gonna knock
Are you
this boy
implying,
down.
Phil, that all bald people are just hardy ass bastards who have a anger issue?
You deserve every smack in the face you get, bad brain.
Merely,
Really?
I
Because
I was implying that he was overcompensating.
No, it's the hammer that overcompensates things.
Somewhere better to be.
I will admit the hammer is overkill. But he wields it well.
Aww.
Stupid
Got
little
kicked in the butt.
Yeah.
Surprise, B-Man. Meet Mr. Hammer. He's gonna teach you some manners.
Scared?
sure you hit him hard this time. You deserve every smack in the face you get, bad brain. If he gets up, I'm gonna knock you boys down. Permanently.
So if you get a chance where other stuff is around him, if you use the electrical charge, he'll spin around.
That's what I'm trying to do, but...
Yeah, it's not easy to do.
Hey, bad brain. Don't judge someone's better to be.
Yes, I do.
Woot!
You!
Get out of my way, Quinn.
Leave us alone, B-Man! Just leave me with him.
I said move!
This is all your fault! You've hounded him for years, beat him to a pulp, and for what? Why are you so mean?
You fell for the old fake Joker gang, Batman.
Well, that's the end of that.
Sounds like the detective will
Yep,
be busy
game over,
watching
guys.
for a while.
Bye, Batman.
Gives this kitten some time to play.
But yeah,
So
back with
what
Catwoman here.
next? Help tall, brooding, and handsome? Or help myself do all the loot Professor Strange has locked up in that vault of his? I know. Difficult choice, right? What will it be? Find Croc and have him rip a hole into the vault? Ask Penguin for some explosives? Not my style. I always prefer a woman's touch in these situations. Stay where you are, Ivy. I'm coming to get you. I need to get my...
It's very nice of the game to basically say, well, you have choices you can do. No, you're doing this.
Yeah.
What's she doing here?
What the hell? Catwoman! Kill the bitch!
Yeah, you probably want to take out all of them because they're just going to come at you and... Oh, very snappy.
Yeah, getting that critical strike up.
So Catwoman does have some of the same Batman moves. She has the instant takedown combo.
Does a good virus too, apparently.
This is jumping ahead of it.
Nothing is open down here as of yet.
Back to the surface.
Knock, Ivy.
Nah, she's not there.
Sadly, that's not actually where Ivy is, but it's her old shop, I think. Yes, unfortunately, Catwoman does not have a Batarang, so Batarang backdoor.
It's more parkour.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying. I mean, you could have easily just gave her a cat claw.
I'm sure she can
that
glide.
would have
Look out! It's the cat!
Makes for a nice different challenge. And she has a different movement style, which makes sense to her character.
Well, how are we supposed to find out where she lives anyway?
Anyway, we're at her place of residence.
How does he know?
How am I supposed to?
I don't question.
That place used to be quite stylish.
I know. Well, how can be so pissed all of a sudden anyway? She's here!
Just crawl up to
slide
you.
down there. Slide on it down there like sliding into someone's DMs.
It's good to be home.
I wonder what gave it away about her this being her apartment.
Could be anything. Caltrops. You know, those things that were caltrops, those things that were designed to hurt animals.
Yeah.
You know?
And bolos, which are basically her batarangs, just not as good.
She's forgiven me. Of course.
Oh, she is a thief.
Look, I can pounce up.
But only under meshed ceilings. Alright, let's find something that looks like a giant plant.
Ivy's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, she's got a good theme going to her.
So, one silly thing is Batman is not allowed to pick up any Catwoman-specific Riddler challenges.
Yeah.
On the other hand, like the one directly below you. On the other hand,
I wasn't even looking at that. I was like, oh, hello.
It's just convenient.
How convenient.
Catwoman can steal all of Batman's ones.
Catwoman's here!
Obviously, she can't do any of the physical challenges, but everything else, fine.
Catwoman's here, so I was like,
take them all out.
We're gonna have fun with you, Catwoman.
Catwoman has no interest in having fun with you. Oops, device. Always well. Right.
Ah, those heel kicks.
The perimeter wall is
Nice.
to all residents of Arkham City.
Well, there's plants here, but I don't see any ivy.
Over there.
Don't shoot!
Well, what do we have here? Weird out-of-place plants, check. Mindless hypnotized henchmen, check. The oh-so-subtle odor of rotting pumpkins, check. Looks like
Yeah, this
I've
looks
found
like
the
a
entrance to
place
Ivy's
Poison
lair.
Ivy would like to live.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't know what gave it away though.
And now Catwoman has her own Predator challenge in a very confined space, which is somewhat annoying.
I'm sure Kev can make it work. We have confidence in you.
Catwoman's over here!
Okay, I pressed the wrong button, so that threw that. Thank you for the turbo. Appreciate it. I'm just gonna play.
Yeah, I was gonna. No, I was more of a case of like agreeing to myself that.
You shouldn't have
Yeah.
come here, Selena.
Oh,
I was
there's
more of a
Ivy,
case
by the
of.
way.
I was more of a case of agreeing with myself that Phil shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, this is.
You could probably ascribe that to most of what I say.
So
because you
this
jinx
is
him.
the-
Oh, fuck's sake.
This is the thing. Batman never really. Batman never really fights Poison Ivy.
No, he doesn't.
He tries to fight him. Sort of embarrassing.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
shoot me, I don't really want to.
Basically, you've only fought
you-
her technically
No.
one time, and that was in
What
the
you
first
gonna
game.
do? You gonna fire? Please fire, because I'm really want to restart this.
They're really acting like stormtroopers at the moment, aren't they?
Almost there.
You ruined everything, Selena.
Ruined everything, apparently.
Didn't even get through the door, but you managed to ruin Ivy's day.
Oh, you'll find out why.
Now this is stealthing it.
Oh,
That
yeah,
doesn't seem
good.
like a good option right now.
No, you can do that. There you go.
No, ledge takedown's a very good option.
Yeah, though that's a very good option there. Oh.
Over here! I got her!
Yeah, you can't do more than one ledge take.
Well, I gathered that when I couldn't frickin' do anything. Screw that. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna run into the water instead.
Cats don't like baths.
Over here! I found Catwoman! She's running!
That sent you fairly far away.
Yeah, but they're still shooting at him.
That is true.
What? Over here! I got her!
That. Shoot me, please.
We got her!
You shouldn't have.
I love those ragdoll physics sometimes.
Debrief is cool. Right, let's.
Right, and then move another round the corner. Hopefully they'll just assume he slipped on some ice.
Yeah, they're sadly not quite that stupid.
Press R for whip.
Do not attempt to escape from this facility. Tiger operatives will pacify any attempted escape with extreme prejudice.
Catwoman's gone. We're safe.
There we go.
Well, definitely. Very safe.
Also, these guys reek. I mean, look at that smell. Ugh.
I think you'll find that's not BO.
I know. I'm just joking. Obviously, it's just the scent that apparently Catwoman can sense. Or actually, no. It's more of a case of what was it? Ivy's manipulative.
Plant pheromones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
we'll go with that.
potent than human.
Nice little call there.
Ivy.
Hello? Ivy. You
Knock, knock.
Come here. Oh, come on. You're not seriously going to hold that against me forever, are you?
You killed them all.
They were just flowers, Ivy. I'll buy you some new ones. I know a place that... Come on, Red. Can't we just... Oh, for the love of...
Oh, that's not looking productive.
Amazing. Good news, is it?
Hey, Pammy, here's an idea. If you want a boyfriend, how about trying the dating round? What's this voodoo crap?
Do you really think you can beat Mother Nature?
You done, Red?
A billion microorganisms will enter your bloodstream. Spores will grow, replacing the blood in your veins. And when I'm done, your flesh will be replaced with bark.
No, she's not.
Can't outrun nature, Selena.
Yeah, no.
Spores will fill your lungs and kill you from within.
Man, she takes grudges as hard as I
Are we
do.
done yet, Ivy? I just want to talk, that's all.
If you're still breathing, it's not over.
She's consistent. I'll give her that.
Second floor,
I've
more
spent
goons.
weeks perfecting the toxins that
Goons,
will destroy
pod
the
goons.
pathetic meat sack of a body.
Hey, I'll have you know this is a well-toned and fantastic meat sack. You can barely call it a sack considering stuff's barely covered. I mean, yeah, there's a double sack there.
And the plants now shoot. They now shoot. Yay.
Yes. Arkham City,
Red,
sorry.
I just need your help.
Never.
Not again.
You've got some nerve, Selena.
She's rocking that Arkham jacket though.
A little too provocatively, if you ask me.
Get back here, Harley.
And I want to know who he is, sweetie.
No one's who you think they are, my dear. Why spoil the fun? It was all a lie. There's nothing wrong with you. Nice of you to say, but you of all people should know there's plenty.
Wait, if there's nothing wrong with him, why were we sending him to Arkham Asylum?
My blood, for example.
Oh my, what's wrong with your face?
Stuff is killing me.
It wasn't like that when you jumped us earlier. What happened?
There's a teeny little bit of me in you too. That's. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's not what you always wanted. Look, we're running out of time. I need your help. I nearly had a cure. It was so close, and then it was taken from me.
So we both die. I'm fine with that.
Are you? Imagine sucking down that last breath knowing that Gotham is doing the same.
What are you talking about?
Oh, didn't I say? I've spent weeks shipping samples of my blood to emergency rooms all over the city.
So that's Protocol 10. Poison Gotham. I expected more.
Protocol 10? Never heard of it.
Always loved Mark Hamill's delivery on that line. He's like, Protocol 10? Never heard of it.
I'm listening.
Is someone feeling a little down?
Also, that wasn't taped to his chest earlier.
Yeah, yeah, that's something that bugged me.
Damn this game and its continuity errors.
Who has it?
I had our cold-hearted friend Mr. Freeze making it, but he's gone dark on
It's the
me.
best game of the decade of the last decade. My ass.
I enjoyed it.
I'm being facetious. I'm being
Alfred, Joker's
sarcastic.
poisoned me.
I
He may
know.
have poisoned Gotham too. Mr. Freeze has the only cure.
Well, Mr.
That's it.
Freeze is going to be our next
If
port
only
of
it was
call.
that simple. He'll be somewhere cold. He needs to be kept.
Mr. Freeze would be somewhere cold. The world's greatest detective, everybody! Gee willikers. Right.
I noticed. I've calibrated the cowl to track heat signatures.
I'd never
I'll find the
guessed
coldest
that.
point in Arkham City.
Right, so next time we will be going to find Mr. Freeze and partake in perhaps the most annoying boss of the game.
No, that's a while away yet.
Anyway,
Also,
I'm
you
gonna
put
head
it
off.
right,
I'm gonna head off and do some other bits and probably a billion times again. But for now, now I'm phasing it out. Look, I'm just a cape. I'm just a shadow of a cape. Right.
He's a shadow of the man he once was.
Apparently so. He's Batman. He is the knight. He's coming to get you and all your friends and family. Thanks very much. Thanks to everybody who's been in on the background there.
You're welcome.
Batman.
And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Ta-ta.